All right, hey you guys, so welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to tell you guys how I purchased my first home. Now this is quite a story. Okay, so I'm gonna try to sum it up the best I can because it is kind of long, but for the sake of the video, we gotta shorten it up a little bit. So a couple, many ages ago, when I was going to college, me and the guy I was with at that time, we had ended up going our separate ways, and also at that time we got a broken lease on our credit report because he had lost his job, and we weren't able to pay for this place together because we were paying for it, jointly. So one income, we couldn't pay for the place together. So we ended up getting a broken lease. So fast forward, I move in with my mom, and then I'm almost halfway through college. So now I'm ready to go get my own apartment again. So I went to these apartments. They weren't even the fanciest apartments. I mean, I can understand if they were one of the real like nice ones, but it wasn't. It was really a lower moderate income community. And so I went over there, and I was getting ready to at this time I started making almost like 5-6 times the rent. Normally you have to make, I'm sorry, I was making almost like 8 or 9 times the rent. I was making so much more money than I was about the previous 2 years. So when I went there, they asked me as I was getting the application, they were like, okay, you need to make 3 times the rent. I'm like, oh, the rent is only, this was back in the day, guys, like I said. So it's like, oh, the rent is only, I think it was like $600, $1,800. Well, I'm making way more. I'm making like 10 times that amount. I'm making like 6-7 grand a month. I'm like, I'm good, I'm good. And then she said to me, oh, and do you have any broken leases? I said, yeah. I tried to explain the story to her. She was just like, no, no, no. If you have it, no, 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 no. Like, she was just like brushing me off. And I was like, well, let me explain what happened. And I don't mind paying an extra deposit. It's just me. I'm a good tenant. Of course, I'm a good tenant. I don't destroy anything. I was like, this is just what happened then. But, I'm making plenty. I can just pay you almost like 6 months of rent now. I'm making plenty of money now. But she said no. And yeah, we won't rent to you if you have that. So guys, I became furious. I don't know a nicer way to say it. I just got so angry. Like I said, it's a long time ago, but maybe it's because, she kind of just brushed me off, or maybe it's like just her not giving me that opportunity. I don't know, but I just remember feeling so angry. So what happened was I was just like, you know what? I'll never rent again. I don't want to go to these apartments. And at that time I got off work late at night. I had to fight for parking, look for parking, walk in the, at nighttime in the dark, all the way to my apartment by myself. That's already pretty scary. So I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want a house where I can pull into my garage. I can press the remote, pull into, lifts up, the garage lifts up. I can pull into my garage. It feels a lot more safer for me. And that's what I want. I want a house. So I got on the phone and I called a real estate agent. Now, of course, like I said, this is out of college. I was not a real estate agent. I didn't even become a real estate agent until almost 7 years after this incident. So I wasn't even or maybe 8, I don't remember. So I wasn't a real estate agent at the time. So I called a real estate agent. She was so amazing and so helpful. And she told me what I needed to do to get into a house. So she said, well, you need a job. Okay, I got a job. I'm making good money. You need a 620 credit score to go FHA. Okay, I have a 620 credit score to go FHA. They had the down payment assistance program, but I had the money saved, so I didn't need the down payment assistance program. And she said, yeah, that was it. You need a job, stable income, show stable income. You need the 620 minimum credit score. Oh, no, I didn't have that. That was what I was working on. So I needed a few months to get the score up, to work on my credit. And then she said, you need the down payment. So I had the down payment, I had a job, I just didn't have the credit score. So I had to work a little bit on my credit and get it up a little bit. It didn't take me long. I want to say under 6 or 8 months. I was ready. So I called her back. We're ready to go. She gave me the information on who to apply for to get my loan. I went through my bank, which was Bank of America at the time. I went through my bank, and they helped me get the loan. And oh my God, let me tell you guys, I found this cute little one-story house, and it was perfect for me. It was in a small gated community. So when I pulled up to the gate, I had a remote, and I go into my nice gated community, and then I would press another remote, and my garage would open, and I would pull into my garage, close the garage, and just feel a lot safer than when I used to live in the apartment complex. So what I'm trying to say is, for less than probably $150 more than an apartment, I got a house. And when that happened, I was like, I will never be doing this renting stuff ever again. And then I'm gonna make another video about this, but this is how I jumped into real estate investing after that. Once I realized how, I was paying down my mortgage every month and it was building equity, and the home started going up over time. And then eventually I moved out of that one, rented that one, and bought myself another one. So like, I want to do another video on that, but I just wanted to share with you guys how I purchased my first house. If that lady did not turn me down for that apartment, I probably would have still kept renting and throwing my money away instead of building like financial independence and financial freedom one step at a time, about buying one property at a time and just building from there. So I hope this video inspires you. I hope the next time you get turned down for that apartment, you be calling me so we can get you into that nice house with your garage. Press that remote and you can go inside your garage and get out of those apartments. So yeah, I just didn't want to do the apartment life anymore. I didn't want to do the cramped, small space, walking up the flight of stairs to my unit. I just didn't want to do that anymore. And then, sometimes depending on different points in my life, I had to live down. I live downstairs, so then you got the people upstairs jumping and making noise. Never had to deal with that after that. So it was a blessing in disguise when I got turned down for that apartment, but it also lit a fire in me to take initiative to learn about home ownership. If I didn't get that denial, I probably would not have gotten that fire lit under my butt to say, hey, it's time. You need to do something. You keep talking about it, you keep thinking about it. You kept saying you were going to do it. Why won't you just find out what you need to do to be a homeowner? And, I just thought it was so out of reach for me at that time that I didn't even pursue it until I got that denial from the apartments. And the crazy thing is I was able to get a house with that broken lease on my credit report, but I wasn't able to get an apartment. I don't need an apartment anymore. But thank you. Thank you for watching, guys. Please subscribe and like my video. All right, talk to y'all soon.